What's going on, everybody? On my way right now to pick up a go-kart that I just saw posted on Facebook Marketplace. Looks pretty clean. It's been sitting outside for a few years, but I didn't see a ton of rust. I saw the ad when it was like 1 hour old and the guy had already marked it pending. Apparently somebody was supposed to come first thing in the morning and pick it up. I messaged him in the afternoon, asked if the guy came. He said he ended up not showing up, so he told me if I can come today, I can get it. So I'm heading there right now. He posted it for $50. I'll put a link to or a screenshot of the ad so you guys can take a look at what I was looking at, and hopefully I can make a deal. And next thing you'll see is me with the cart. So stay tuned. What's going on, everybody? Picked up this off of Facebook Marketplace last night. It's a old Murray go-kart, not running. The guy I bought it from said that it's been sitting for quite a while. Needs a little cleaning up. Not too bad. Usually when you see these on Facebook Marketplace going cheap, floorboards are all rotted out, but this one's pretty decent. Does have some rust, but nothing crazy. I ended up paying $50 for this, so I figured maybe I can get it running, flip it. Worst case scenario, the frame itself should be worth more than I paid. So tires are all flat, so I'm going to see if I can get them to hold air. And 90% of the time, these small engines are, somebody puts them away for a while and they sit and carburetor gets all gunked up. So picked up from AutoZone some starter fluid, see if that will be what it takes to get it started. I also went on Amazon and ordered a carburetor for this 6.0 Tecumseh. Hopefully that'll be all it needs to run again, but I'll test this out shortly and see if it'll run on starting fluid, and that'll be a good indication that it's going to need a carburetor or the carb cleaned. But I'll keep you posted, see how it goes. Took the air box off. There was a wasp nest sitting inside of it. Air filter definitely do some cleanup, but I mean, I expected worse, to be honest. So I took a look in the gas tank and it's actually very dry and clean. I thought I was gonna get some nasty gas in there, but maybe I got lucky and they drained it before sitting. So I'm gonna give it the old starter fluid try and see what happens. This will give me access straight into the carb, so we'll give that a go. Pull start seems to be sticking. Okay guys, so I went to pull this, which originally sprung back, so I was under the interpretation that the engine wasn't locked, but upon further inspection, these are definitely not stock screws. I took one out and they're just some self-tapping screws that looks like they were on somebody's house or something. But right now, when I pull this, it's not actually engaging the part on the motor that would spin to crank it up. So I'm gonna take this off. Hopefully it does spin and it's not locked up. I mean, worst case scenario is we drop a Harbor Freight engine on this, but I'm still holding out hope that I can get this one to work. So I'm gonna take that off, double check, make sure the engine is not locked up. Maybe I can get this to engage properly and secure it down and see if we can get this to fire up. Okay guys, I took it off. It's not locked up. I placed it back on so it would engage, and tightened it back down, so it is now turning the actual crank. So I'm gonna give it a try. Okay, guys, I checked the brakes. The brakes actually work. These tires are. I'm gonna try to set the bead on them in a little bit, but right now I can't get them to hold air. Checking the oil on the engine. Doesn't look too bad. Has oil, so next thing I'll spray some starter fluid into the carburetor, see if it'll turn over. I did pull the cord for the first time a second ago, and the engine is not locked up, which is good. So I'm actually optimistic that this will run once I switch out the carburetor when it comes tonight. Sounded like it wanted to go. Let me give it one more try. Hey guys, I pulled it a few times, it didn't start. I realized that there's a key kill switch there, as well as one on the engine, and I wasn't sure what position each had to be in to get spark. So I played around a little, took the spark plug out, held it against the engine itself. I was able to see an arc, so I know now everything is set to allow it to have spark. It does have spark, so I mean, next up is fuel, so let me see if I can get it going. It's a little hard to pull the cord while holding the camera, so bear with me. Alright guys, I pulled the spark plug again. I put a little bit more starter fluid down the spark plug hole. Let's see what we got. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Let's see. Got a choke here. There we go, that's just the throttle. I don't know if I see a choke on this. Well, let's see. A little more. Good enough for me, y'all. I think what I'm gonna do is pop in that carburetor when it comes in the mail tonight, put some fresh gas in it, and I think this will run. Taking a look at the brake pedal, it is engaging the brake, and I did check that. Throttle is not locked up, so I'm getting the pedal. So I did want to check if this has a chain. The chain is not on, but it's there, so it doesn't look to be broken. I can get that hooked up, and then I think this thing will actually run. Cool guys, I'll keep you posted when the parts come in.